I want to take you back to our top story tonight, the arrest of former Prince Andrew as part of an investigation into allegations of suspicion of misconduct in public office. We mentioned Virginia Roberts Giuffre earlier in the show, who said she was trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein to the former prince. Again, we want to be clear, today's arrest is separate from those accusations, which Andrew denies. But her family is telling us in an interview first to NBC that they woke up to the news this morning and it felt surreal. Let me start with the news that has broken today, the developing news today, the arrest of now former Prince Andrew. I'll just ask you very simply your reaction.
I'm not sure that has fully hit us yet. I think it feels like this surreal moment, a piece of justice that like Virginia has been fighting for this entire time. And I think we're just so proud. We're so proud. We're so freaking proud of our sister right now.
Sky, tell me what's going through your mind.
I mean, I think what Amanda said is perfect. I think it's a very proud moment for us. I think the first step here has been taken by the UK, which is amazing. I think there's so much more that needs to be done here. I'm hoping they conduct a full investigation and there's a conviction of some sort. I think, the thing that keeps resonating in my head is when my sister, she famously said, and I'm just going to paraphrase this now, but like, they know what happened. We know what happened, and only one of us is telling the truth, and we know that's us.
One of the things that's worth noting here is that the arrest, based on our understanding of it, is related not to the sex abuse allegations that, obviously, as you know, Andrew has denied that Virginia has made. So it's a separate matter. And I wonder, how do you think about that piece of it? This is when you talk about, Sky, a potential conviction, it would be on something separate and, not related directly to Virginia. How do you think about that?
I would say this is what we've been calling for the entire time. I mean, in the most recent interviews you've seen us do, I mean, one of the biggest things that we continue to state is that if they're capable of doing this most heinous crime out there, what else are they capable of doing? And so that's what we're seeing downstream here. And I hope that this is just the beginning, because I think there's a lot to be said.
Amanda, do you see it, if there were to be a conviction here, on this matter that is separate from the allegations that Virginia made? Do you see that as justice for your sister?
It's an increment, right? So when we look at justice and we look at the way this case breaks down, and a lot of the reasons why there aren't like official charges, because we're looking at like statute of limitations in different countries, and it can be a lot harder, unfortunately, to try sexual abuse cases. We encourage the U.S. to keep the pressure going. The time clock is like clicking here, okay? It's ticking in the U.S., and it's time for us to start pushing for real justice.
Can you take me to the moment when you found out, when you got the phone call that Andrew had been arrested overseas?
Oh my God, it's so surreal, Hallie. I can't even describe. I mean, you don't always get these wins every day. And I know it may not be directly, correlating to Virginia, but I do believe Virginia's on the back end pulling some strings. And how ironic on his birthday, right? So, it was very surreal. I got a call from Deanie, and it was just, I think a flood of emotions very quickly. And I'm going to be honest, I think we've been up since 3 o'clock this morning, the moment the news broke, and the adrenaline kicked in, and I don't think we've been able to go back to bed. I think we're still running on that.
Amanda, for you, I know it's adrenaline. It's also, I can see it in your face. It's emotion.
Yeah, every time these things happen, it always puts us back to the space of like, we really wish she was here physically to see it, because it is her pressure and her truth that has brought us to this place, that has, paved the way for all of these survivors to come forward. And so, there's mixed emotions. We just miss her so much and wish that we could call her to just scream on the phone with her, So, but we're overwhelmingly proud.
This morning we have obviously the developments overseas. We've got, a statement from the king himself on all of this about the investigation. Did you ever think, Skye, that what your sister in many ways started when she spoke out publicly would end up like this at this high level?
I mean, we always believed her. We always knew that she was telling the truth. And I feel like, we're continuing her legacy and putting the pressure on. But I want to commend the king. I want to continue to commend the king, because what a hard thing to do, to have to come after your own family member. So I commend the king. I don't know if we ever thought the day would come, but we're damn sure going to keep pushing until it does.
What do you want to see next?
We want to see a thorough investigation. So I think that, like, the beginnings of, the charges where it could be like trade information, I think that we want to see them go further. We do want them to look into the allegations that came forward with Virginia. And so we hope that it's just the beginning of their investigation, but we hope to see some investigations here in the United States. We're speaking about over dozens of rich and powerful men in the U.S. that we still have yet to see an indictment from this Department of Justice.
So what's your message then, Skye, to the prosecutors in the UK, to the police in the UK who are looking into this?
Yeah, I mean, Amanda said it best here. You need to open the investigation, which they have done, and then you need to prosecute to the fullest extent. So if it is found that there's some charges that need to be brought forward, then we ask that you charge him to the fullest extent, and that if there is a conviction, that he should be placed behind bars, just like where he should be, if that's what he's done.
Let me ask you, while I have you, about some other developments, too, including Les Wexner was deposed yesterday, denied vigorously, repeatedly, apparently, in this deposition with the House Oversight Committee, any allegations of wrongdoing or sexual misconduct. And I just wonder, as the House Oversight Committee continues to do its work, more depositions potentially on the way, how you see what's happening in Congress and movement towards what you have been fighting for on behalf of your sister, which is justice and accountability.
I think we want to commend the members of Congress who have taken this on with tenacity, with every roadblock in the way. I think we're deeply disappointed in every single Republican congressperson that did not show up for that deposition. We're hoping that they truly are committed. We're talking about child sex trafficking crimes. This is no small issue, and that we would hope that they could unify and do the right thing by these survivors. We need to keep digging. We need to keep pushing.
Any other message to Americans, to the British people, to survivors here?
Thank you. Thank you to the people who continue to push, who continue to believe survivors, who continue to give platforms for them to come forward and share their stories. And to every single survivor, Epstein survivors, and every survivor in this world, today is a day for you, too.
Amanda and Skye, thank you so much. I can imagine you are thinking about your sister today, and she is with you. What do you think she would say in this moment?
I don't think I could say that publicly. I think she'd have a lot of words right now, but I guarantee you she would say exactly what Amanda just said here. This one's for you. This one's for all victims and survivors out there. This one is for you.
Our thanks to Skye and Amanda Roberts for that conversation. And we're going to, of course, continue to follow every piece of this story and bring you all the details as we get them.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.